that we do with our program. And you'll see a clip here from last week where we are doing this drill with our boys team during a tryout phase. But this is just a 4v4+6. And like I said, I do it. I like to do this drill around the 18, about 25 yards out, because it gives the players a visual of where on the field we're looking to move the ball. Obviously, if we're trying to create scoring chances, we want to move the ball inside the 18. We want to get behind back lines to create scoring chances there. So I love using the 18-yard box as a visual guide. And so if you have that ability on a field to have a field at 18-yard box, I think it just gives players more of a visual to see what they're trying to do in an 11-a-side pitch. So 4v4+6, this can be altered based on your level, based on your age group. So if you're working with a younger group or if you're working with a beginner group, this can be altered to 2-touch, to 3-touch even. For our level, we like to use, or I like to use, a 1-touch. And it can get chaotic. A 1-touch game can get very chaotic. But it's simply a 25-yard box, about 20 yards wide, a couple steps outside of each of the 6-yard lines, and you can see here. It's 4 players in the middle. Another reason I like this drill is because it incorporates all 11 players, goalkeeper plus 10 field players. And so if you have two teams of 11, drill works perfectly. If you have 22 players out there, 24 players works perfectly, right? And so you've got a goalkeeper, and then you've got 4 infield players, so 4v4 in the middle, and then you've got your other 6 players around the outside, all right? And I like it because you can use it as, if red is attacking this near goal here, you can see you can have your 7 and 8 represent center backs, and then you've got a 9 and 10 out wide, and then you've got 2 target players. So really comes into the game mold and the game model of incorporating all 11 players, and even using your goalkeeper to be able to play out, right? So 4v4, you've got 6 neutrals on the outside, and the thought process is to create scoring chances through ball movement, all right, but also quick decision making. And I think when you limit those touches in a tight grid, in a tight area, you can really start to emphasize as a coach weight of pass, right? Talking about using the right part of your body, or right part of your foot, but also what type of weight are you playing? If you're playing 1-touch, we tell our players a lot, if you're trying to set the player up for 1-touch, all right, you can't be firing the ball in at their feet. All right, so weight of pass, knowing the right times on a game field, knowing the right times to put a little bit more weight into the ball to carry it through for a through ball or a driven ball. All right, and then at the same time taking some off if you're setting somebody up for a first time shot or a second touch, right? And so body weight or body shape scanning are also very important in a 1-touch drill. If you don't have your body open to the field, if you're not seeing where to go with the ball initially, then you're not going to be very successful with this drill, right? And so I use it, and the very first time that I do it, I know there's going to be some struggle to it because especially on the boys side, a lot of high school boys, they're going to come out flying in this drill, and so. And it's going to feel chaotic, but there's also a lot of teaching moments that you can use within that. And so we play this drill a lot. I used it, like I said, I used it last week with my boys group during the tryout phase. So a lot of eager boys out here. And so it does have moments to get chaotic, but if we can get them thinking faster on this pitch, if we can get them, receiving the ball quicker, in a tight area and in chaos like this, and if we can get them playing and really putting emphasis on the weight of their passes, their communication, and their preparedness, in a drill like this, then we're confident they can do it on an open pitch and an 11 aside. So I'll play this here again. This was last week. You can see how I have it set up. Really wanted to utilize the 18-yard box, all right, as a guide for the boys in a tight area. so that we are emphasizing in this part of the field. This is where we want our passes to be the best. All right, we want to score goals. We want passes leading us towards goals. We want passes breaking lines. We want quick ball movement. We want clean, precise touches, especially amongst our attackers. But also, we incorporate defenders in this because we need defenders that are able to play out for us to keep possession, for us to break lines, and eventually be able to score goals. So, um, I'll let this play here. All right, so I'm just going through the setup here. We've got a yellow versus orange group playing, and then I've got some boys gathering because we'll have it going on both sides of the field. But here you see the play start. There's a neutral getting involved. Great movement by that player to recognize again there's that preparedness piece. Um, Getting up the field, and here you're going to see some boys mistakenly take two touches. Just getting in that habit of being ready for the ball. All right, and it's a fun game. All right, and there you see an early shot, and we talked too about the best pass you can make in soccer is a pass into the back of the net. So we're trying to teach our players to look forward, want to score goals, and you can see them messing up, and it gets better as the practice goes on. Um, and I'll let it play one more time just for those that want to get an idea of how the drill works. It gets better as you go on, but you're anticipating mistakes to happen, and I think that's important because your players are going to learn best from the mistakes. So, really, a drill trying to create chaos to eventually have it not be so chaotic when they're going 11 aside. Okay.